Okay, so so I'm gonna start talking about something interesting, um, which is actually not a mechanic. It's not a skill. It's more of a philosophy that I use when I'm on SynPKing. The thing I wanted to talk about was in relationship to Dante's question earlier, which was, hang on, let me find it. It was, uh, where was it? I've been trying to figure out how to kill with least abilities. That's what you said earlier. Um, and it's not so much a thing, rather, that you kill with the least abilities. Although that is important to consider, you have to consider what gives you maximum DPS at the right time that you want DPS. For example, when you're killing someone with charm tick, you want to figure out when you want the most DPH and choose the skill best suited to DPH, which is important when you're sparked, but it's before their charm tick, stuff like that. But it's more of a question of how do you actually kill people on Sin? So I think a lot of one of the biggest mistakes that new Sins actually make is they assume that if they don't hit someone high enough, like if I just do that, I hit you for 1.1k, 1.3k, and then 1.5k. They assume that if I'm not hitting someone high enough with those skills, then the best thing I can do then is spark, because then that will increase my weapon damage, right? And then I'll have finally enough damage to kill. What they don't consider is that you just wait and you try that again and you try it many times. Eventually, you'll get something like a double crit. And even though they're the exact same skills, I just rolled you with them. Nothing changed except that I did it a second time. Did them again. So like that time, it didn't do anything, right? But if you do that enough times, then they will eventually die. So here is one of the greatest secret behind Sin gameplay, is that some things that don't kill now will kill later if you get lucky. So that's like back to this combo again, right? So let's say that I get you to half HP, like right about here. And if I do this, it killed you. But that would only happen 25% of the time. Except it took no chi. It took like literally nothing except for me to get you to half HP. Um, all it required was that I got into a position where I could do that, and then I got lucky. If you are skilled enough to get into that position, like 4 times, on average, you will do that once. And that's the whole idea behind, like, hitting through title. If you headhunt someone 3 times, on average, you will get the stun in once. And because crit rate is 25% here, on average, I can just bypass you 1 out of 4 times with like literally no spark, no chi, stuff like that. So the basic idea, is that even if I don't kill you with this combo now, like even if I don't kill you with that, it'll kill you if I do it enough times to you. That's even true of like auto attacks. Do you remember Gordon just auto attacking Wayne? Like literally, he can't kill on normal auto attacks, but if he auto attacks enough, then eventually he's gonna get like a double Zerg crit, and then just instantly kill Wayne. So being a Sin, really about trying to kill your opponents. It's about getting your opponent into a position where they will die if you get lucky. This is one of the principles that holds for Sins across any single server. So for example, on Storm, I just kept doing the same combo to the wizard. I would just do like this. This is just like a random combo, and then I would do this, and like sometimes I wouldn't even take his charm when I did the combo. But the times I did kill him, I actually used the exact same combo, and I got like a triple Zerg crit or something, and then he died. And I didn't purposely try to kill him that time. I just got him in a position where if I got lucky, then I would kill him. And that's really the whole idea behind killing people on Sin. You don't go for 100% guaranteed combos like you would on Wizard, where you just bid someone and you know they're 100% going to die, right? You put them into a position where they just might die if you get lucky. Sin is based on luck, But like I said about poker, you're dealt a certain hand of cards, and sin is all about trying to maximize what you can do with the cards in your hand. How can you best take advantage of the situation? See, for example, all the other times you used Slipstream, it wouldn't have actually killed me. But on that one particular time, you had set me up into a position where if it happens, then I would die. I guess one of the easiest ways to think about this is imagine you're fighting a BM. So have you guys all fought BMs before, right? Have you guys ever fought a BM with Badge of Courage on Sin? GC? Have you ever fought a wizard with Badge of Courage? Yes. Okay. So let's on retail. Have you ever done it on retail server? All right. So let's say that someone on retail uses a 100 dex genie. That would mean they have like I think an 80% rage of badge. So according to probability, if you did a stun combo on them, if you just like did something like I don't know something random like this, and you just started hitting them like this, 4 times out of 5 they would get away. But that one time extra out of 5, they would get rolled because their stun badge failed. And that's not something that you intend to do. It's not like I'm going to make their badge fail this very instant. It's something that you know that if you do it enough times, like if you stun them 5 times or so, then eventually one of them will fail. And this applies even to other classes, like Wizard. For example, back in the day, Wizards didn't hit very hard on their Sage bits. It's only like 30% chance to crit or something like that overall, if you do the math. And they didn't need to bids every single time. They just bids often enough that eventually one of the bids will crit and kill, even though they did nothing different about that one particular. So just remember that attacks that normally can't kill sometimes will, just out of pure luck. And if you can make those lucky situations come about by playing carefully, by setting people up in good situations for yourself and bad situations for them, even if you don't have enough damage this time around, you just might get it next time. And if you can stay alive till the next time, well then, good for you. Any questions about that? Because that applies to Sin, Archer, and really any class in this game. If I sleep you, you might die to this crit, you might not. But you're in a position where it's possible that you will die. I don't try to make it happen. If it doesn't happen, then it doesn't happen. I don't like spark more if my first few hits don't deal enough damage. I just, wait a while, stay alive, try again, and then eventually I will get a. If you guys go watch this one video by Wayne, he actually gets 11 crits on a row, which is like 1 in a couple thousand, and he uses it to kill a wizard. It's pretty funny. If you guys want, I can actually link you the exact time. But he gets like this insane luck. It's like 1 out of 1,000 or something like that. The wizard with 11 crits in a row is pretty funny. I'll link it just for your guys' benefit. But it really demonstrates the fact that if you keep going, eventually you'll get lucky. And if you play your cards right, then eventually for you.